Continued in Chapter 5. 2026!
It's insane. No way! It's just next year?
We continued in Chapter 5. 2026! Oh, okay.
Continued in Chapter 5. 2026. Yes! Yes!
Continued in Chapter 5.
2026? Whoa!
With New Year's just around the corner, that means we are inching ever so closely to Deltarune Chapter 5's release. And with how anticipated this chapter is, I want to be prepared for that release. I have created a notepad document of all of the items, equipment, and materials that I will need for future chapters. These items also happen to span over all 3 save files given to the player. Can I collect every item from every chapter? Yes, the answer is yes. Why would you think it's no? Huh? To those who are new to my channel or don't know who I am, I'm Sam. I do videos like this a lot, and I would love it if you'd subscribe. Okay. Are you there? Are we connected? Excellent. Truly excellent. Now, we may begin. Vessel creation is a great point where I can explain how this challenge is going to work. Over the 3 save files I have, I will have to play the game 3 times. This will be a Pacifist route, a Snowgrave route, and an aborted Snowgrave route. Within these 3 save files, I will be getting all of the armor, weapons, revivements and its variants, specialty items like dog dollars and glow shards, and any other interesting items like team heals. For example, Jevil drops the Jevil tail or Devil's knife. Each are gotten through a different way. The Jevil's tail is gotten through pacifying him once he's tired, and the Devil's knife is gotten through attacking him and depleting his HP. There are also 4 hidden eggs within each chapter. During the Snowgrave route, however, I will not be able to get the egg for Chapter 2 or Chapter 3, but I will try to get as many as I can. Another example is in Chapter 4. It offers a multitude of items through the money fountain. You can donate a certain amount of money to get different items. At a certain point, you'll get armor. Going any lower, you might get team heals, you might get just regular heals, revivements, and items such as that. In these cases, I will prioritize the equipment over the healing items. And in other cases, I'll prioritize healing items over other healing items, depending on how strong they are. I'll have to split this video into 4 parts. It's a really long challenge. Cool. Now I can turn game volume up. And the first item is coming up. So I have to carry everything, which includes the manual, the glow shard, and I can't use revivements or items like that because I need to save those for future chapters. There's a certain fight later that's going to be awful without using revivements. And because I'm setting up this save file to be my Pacifist one, my next 2 are going to be set up for a Snowgrave and then a aborted Snowgrave. So this is going to take a bit of time, which is why I'm skipping through all the dialogue. Plus, if you're here, you've probably already seen this game before, so... Because I'm setting up a perfect save file on my first, we gotta teach Susie about the legend. So... Sandy, Mr. Krabs, Squidward, Plankton, and SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Sandy, Mrs. Puffman.
Hello, Lancer. This fight shows the many challenges of doing a pacifist playthrough. The first one being, Susie will auto-attack enemies, so you have to spend the first turn warning them before she attacks so they don't get hurt. His attack power went down. Sideways? Really? Stupid bit. That's a stupid bit. Now I gotta hold on to the manual. Alright. Fields of Hopes and Dream. Actually, I do have to fight. But it's not bad. There's our first piece of equipment, the white ribbon. Which, funny enough, goes on Rousey, which he gives a little bit of dialogue for. Here, I accidentally changed the audio settings on my recording, so it's gonna sound worse. And C-Round, you don't spare him because he can't be spared. Okay, I have enough for... Oh my... Oh, wait. Dude. Okay, I will have to come back later. Do I remember Jevil code? Because I didn't write it down. Oh, I'm goated. The neat paper. Okay. Just gotta beat K round and we'll be out to get a few more things. stump salsa. Or stump salsa. I'll try it. I'll make Rousey try it next time, because Snowgrave is going to be more assertive. Bragger. And that's Chris's loadout done. Who's next? Clover starts with love, has no clubs, ends, all of them are different. Cool. At least we're gonna get a little bit more money out of it, because we got more TP. Still the wildest thing I learned, that you can interact with the scissor dancers, and they make a little sound. There's Revive Men. I think the next room is Make the Duck, yeah. And then after that is Star Walker, which we'll talk to, then get the egg, then fix the cake. Yeah. Dum da 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 dum ba dum ba da bum 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 ba da dum ba bum da dum ba dum. Wingding. Okay. Do I have to talk to him? Okay, that's spin cake. Because getting the spin cake takes you all the way back to the Field of Hopes and Dreams, we have to go all the way near the end of the Scarlet Forest. Now that we're here, we're gonna hit the hidden tree switch, we're gonna complete the Maze of Doom and Despair, and get ready to fight Lancer and Susie. Peak comedy. Alright. I hate the menuing on this one. I'm just not good at it. So I have to go a lot slower than I normally would. Guys. Wait on C. Horseshoe on walk forward, and we're good for like a hot minute. We haven't even made it to King's Castle yet, so I gotta speed up the rest of this video because it is long enough as is. Now that we're in the prison cell, we have to get the iron shackle. We have to help Susie escape from her cell. Then Rousey tells us to close our eyes and we get to watch the Susie fight. Jake Paul getting his beat, and then Andrew Tate losing his debut match. Oh, Christmas came early. After Susie's fight, we get access to the whole castle, including Jevil. Okay, here's some really cool tech you can do. With Rousey, after the Susie fight, you get enough TP to use Heal Prayer twice, and it does 100 each. Who's ready for long-ass elevator cutscene? 'Cause I am! I love this text box so much. We travel to the mystery elevator floor, we go down, talk to Jevil, and then later return to Sham to get the last key piece before we fight him. Before we go to Sham's shop, however, we actually first make a run all the way to the top of the castle to buy 2 items from Rules' shop, and then go down the elevator, unlocking that for fast travel after Jevil. Alright, we get the club sandwich. Quick little club sandwich break before we return to climbing up to the top floor of the castle. Level 1 bed inspector. Alright, which now spawns here. Each chapter has 2, and I think the hardest ones to get are definitely this chapters, because it's so out of the way, and chapter 4s. Brave Axe, Danny Scarf, 5 Mint 2 Club Sandwich Bed Inspector. Okay. And we have enough stuff to buy from Sham. Talk about the strange pursuit. Now we get ready to fight Jevil. All our stuff is done, and oh, I forgot to make the key, didn't I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to head back to Malleus. Now, time for the hardest fight. Let's get this. Oh, never mind. Cool. Now that Jevil has been defeated, we continue our journey up to the top of the castle to defeat the king. Now, I did use the spin cake during the Jevil fight. However, you can get another spin cake at the start of Chapter 2, which is what I'm going to do since it's renewable. I couldn't have done that with any other item except for the dark burgers that I bought from Sham's shop before fighting Jevil. Alright. This is probably one of the more fun fights in the game. I enjoy King Fight. I'm the bad guy. There we go. Now that we defeated King, we get saved by Pippins from Chapter 3? Really? We go back after leaving to have a heartfelt reunion with a Lancer right before we seal the fountain. My guy. It's Azrael. Dude, and that was piles of Azrael's dust in the very beginning. Now that we're in the light world, we have a few more things before we can end the chapter. And yes, Deltarune tomorrow, Susie. We go visit Rudy in the hospital. This will make Noelle go to the front of her gate, and we can tell her that Susie eats chalk. This will give us an item in Chapter 2. We go to the back of Asgore's shop and put the egg in his fridge. Don't know what this does, but there are only 2 spots we can put the egg in Chapter 1 and 2, so it might be important. Dude, that stuff's so weird. I'll be doing the 1225 secret. Anyways. Before leaving Asgore's shop, he gives us a bouquet of flowers to give to Toriel. We'll make sure to give those before we end the night. As stated before, we go to Noelle and tell her that Susie eats chalk. Finally, we flush the toilet 6 times. This does nothing to my knowledge, except their water bill should be pretty high. Then, we just get ready to go to bed and end the chapter there. I think you understand this challenge well enough. We gotta speed it up, so the only thing that changes next file is we attack everyone instead of sparing them. We make the most evil-looking vessel possible. Chopped-ass haircut. What's the most evil name? We interact with Chris's bed to skip all the way to the Dark World, skipping the school scene. We get the glow shard, we skip the legend, and we fight Lancer. Here's the next major change. We get the manual, and immediately throw it away, but I got rid of that footage. Sorry. There we go. Nothing really changed. You've already seen the first half of this video. I don't think I have to narrate over all the new items. This is probably why I should write the codes down, because I will not remember them if I do multiple playthroughs. Huh? What did I input the first time? K-Round really just boils down to a bunch of bowing. We make a very non-distinct looking thrash machine. And now we're ready for Jevil, who really just kind of boils down to... Go. And the king fight is really just the exact same as the Jevil fight, except Susie learns Red Buster. Oh. Wowza. Instead of the heartfelt ending like a pacifist save would, we get chased out by an angry mob, so we just have to seal the Dark Fountain as is. Yeah. Awesome. We do the exact same stuff in the Light World that we did last time. I'm not really gonna show that. Oh my goodness, they're evil. They're definitely the Rory Knight. Why would Kara make him do that? Because the aborted Snowgrave route is really just a watered down pacifist except we beat Jevil, I'm not gonna show that. But here's the proof that I'm not a liar. That 3rd star means that I did that route.
Oh, it's such a glorious day.
Oh, it's such a glorious day.
I
can't believe it's Saturday. We can watch Shanna TV.
Yeah, we have the whole day free.
I'm Wingast, a royal son.